Hi, hello. Thank you for joining me. Um, Today I'm going to share with you a little practice called Pratipaksha Bhavana. Pratipaksha Bhavana. It's a practice from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, and it's from verse 33 in the second chapter, the Sadhana Pada. And if you're unfamiliar with the verse, it's like this. This is from the Swami Vishnu book, Swami Vishnu Devananda book, Meditation and Mantras. And Pratipaksha Bhavana is this. When negative or harmful thoughts disturb the mind, they can be overcome by constant pondering over their opposites. So it's said to be cultivation of the opposite. So dealing with negative and disturbing thought processes and feelings, emotions, by cultivating their opposite. So from my understanding and from what I've been taught, this requires more than simple affirmation. And one time when I was in India, I was quite blessed to spend time, just a short time, but intense enough, transformational enough, with a yoga master. And unusually, he had no one else around him. His assistant said it was very strange. So I had some nice one-to-one time with him. And we talked about this Pratipaksha Bhavana. And how it's often seen, as an invitation towards affirmation. So, for example, if you tend towards sadness, to repeat, "I am a happy person. I am a happy, joyful person. I am a happy, joyful person." We all know about affirmation. Or if you tend towards anger outbursts, "I'm calm and level-headed in all situations. I'm calm and level-headed in all situations." Okay, we know it. We all do it. And then, someone cuts across in front of you in the road and, the button's pressed and the affirmation falls by the wayside. Because it's like this. We understand that, we have these particular like grooves in the mind, like the grooves on an old vinyl record, which are our mental tendencies. And just like when you turn the record on, the music starts to play. When a button gets pressed, the reaction comes, in spite of ourselves, in spite of our affirmations, in spite of our resolves. And perhaps we could say that the reason is that we're trying to, let's quote Einstein here, change the problem with the same mind that created it. We need to work towards accessing a deeper state, a deeper part within us, which is untouched by the problem or untouched by the tendency. Okay. So the first step towards building that, because we are not that, right? We are not that in truth. And so we come back to who we really are and we remember that, we re-embody that by experiencing it in daily practice. Okay. Because in truth, we are not these negative, disturbing thought patterns, which we might identify with and get disappointed in ourselves about or feel unworthy because they still kind of activate us and make waves for us. No, it needs also some self-compassion, right? Because if we think about it, we're born into this world as innocent, pure babies. And it's a world, beautiful world, but we have to live very much in the world created by the mind of man. It's like this sticky stuff, and it brings with it so much pain and wounds and hurts and conditionings, and belief systems which we've, deduced and created for ourselves, also which we've received from others, from our culture, from our family, from our faith, and all this weighs on us. And so, of course, we're kind of separated by all this from who we truly are. And we are not that, let's remember it, and that we did not actually create it all. Okay, we're in a way born into it, it's part of the human condition. And a big praise to ourselves for actually taking this journey and taking a step to do something about it, right? And to try to make change for the better, because it's arduous. And many don't even want to try or look, they will turn away, because hurt is generally at the core of it all, okay, isn't it? At the root of it all, the disturbing thoughts, feelings that we all experience. So, yeah, the first step is to practice daily creating a pause in your life. So that means a pause in the mind, actually, so that you can rest daily and get more and more familiar with and anchor yourself in that part of you which is untouched by these kind of waves, disturbing waves in the mind. So that is the pause that we find in the retentions in the pranayamas that we do in practice. And so either on the inhale or the exhale, we stop the mind and we move into often like this sense of this stillness or this vast, expansive being. And when we rest in that vast, expansive being, and then maybe reflect on that which activates us and the emotion and that which feels so huge in the moment and to have control of us, then it's a very different experience. We have space from it and it doesn't seem to hold that power when we look at it like that, because we're in a place which is untouched by it. So that's a really good step. You quieten the mind, make the pause through the pranayamas and through your meditation, and take that inquiry into it. From there, maybe find the state which is its opposite, which will be that calm. Say you tend towards anger, that calm, that stillness, that equilibrium when we rest in meditation. Remember it, really feel it in your body. If you tend towards sadness and maybe lack of self-worth, perhaps, then really feel that kind of wholeness in your heart and the beauty and the grace in your heart, and maybe that connection to something much vaster than us, in which we can feel held and supported when we rest in our meditation. And then, from that, again, find your phrase, find your opposite phrase. And then when we're doing this practice, when we're practicing resting in the pause, then also what's more available to us gradually, it's quite a journey, it takes regular practice, is that when we do get activated, when those buttons do get pressed, we will have a chance to pause then. We will have the opportunity to pause then, because we've been practicing pausing. So you could maybe make a resolve that if you feel the fire rising and you really want to say something, even though you know it's going to create waves and cause trouble for you and others, and of course sometimes there's a place, but not with that fire, with that reactivity. 3 big breaths. Take 3 big breaths before you're hooked. Gradually with this practice, the hook will weaken in any case. It will arise and will be less and less hooked and carried by it and reactive. But the first start is 3 big breaths. Make that resolve in advance that that's what you'll do when this starts to rise. And then you'll see, can you move into the pause? Okay. And then you'll remember your phrase experientially, embodying it, feeling it. And then see, do you need to act? Do you need to act rather than react? Can you pause? Can you wait? Can you be less affected? And then gradually these things have less hook on us. We become more whole. We become happier, healthier, more expanded, and hopefully kind and loving beings. And this is the path of yoga, right? And it's a path of purification. It's a path of purifying the mind in this way, and those habitual limiting tendencies, right? And moving more into the unlimited and expanded real nature of ourselves through just little practices like this, but regular practice. Okay, so give it a go. It's a journey. It can be arduous. Old patterns die hard, as they say, but also, as they say, what is it? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And there's so much joy in each step, in each little triumph, each little shift. Let me know how you get on. If you're interested to do more with the Yoga Sutras with us, then please You'll find my contact details in the description below, and let's have a chat and I'll tell you what we're doing. Okay, thanks for joining. Bye.